50th year of statehood of Meghalaya, I am privileged and honored to address the August House, and I extend my warm greetings to all the distinguished members. As we celebrate the progress of the state in the last 50 years, I would like to pay tribute to all the leaders of the Hill State movement who, through their vision and determination and sacrifices, paved the way for the creation of a state of Meghalaya in 1972. Honorable members, I am proud to say that Meghalaya Legislative Assembly is known for maintaining decorum in the conduct of the proceedings. I urge all the members to carry forward this laudable tradition and continue to uphold the dignity of this august house. It is our responsibility to make collective efforts and strive towards socio-economic development and progress in all spheres. Accordingly, the government is making concerted effort to improve the standard of living of people of the state through better governance. The government is particularly focused on enhancing the service delivery in health and education sectors and making larger investments in physical infrastructures such as roads, bridges, power and drinking water. Another critical focus is on improving rural livelihood and promoting enterprises through mission mode interventions in the sectors of agriculture, horticulture, fisheries and animal husbandry. Having outlined these key priorities, I'll now enumerate the policies, programs and initiatives implemented by the different departments of the state government. The safety of citizens, peace and security are necessary for development. During 2021, the overall law and order situation in the state was peaceful. There were very few incidents of IED blast triggered in Shillong city where attempts were made to disturb the peace. However, the situation was addressed and police acted swiftly and effectively to arrest the culprits involved. All national days were observed in a befitting manner, keeping in mind the 75th year of independence of our country and 50th year of statehood. All social, cultural and religious festivals were celebrated with traditional fervor and gaiety. The HNLC has written to the state government expressing its willingness to unconditional talks within the framework of the Constitution of India. The state government welcomes this move and has written to the Ministry of Home Affairs to take this process forward. This is a major development towards bringing about lasting peace in the state, and my government is committed to ensure that the peace talk reaches its logical conclusion. My government is committed to resolve the long-pending border dispute between Assam and Meghalaya to assure peace and development for our citizens living in border areas. Towards this goal and with a firm resolve to end this dispute, the chief ministers of both the states have had several meetings in the last 6 months, wherein it was decided to first take up 6 of the 12 areas of differences: Tarabari, Gijang, Hakim, Boklapara, Khanapara, Pelangata and Ratachera. The regional committees headed by cabinet ministers have made field visits and joint inspection for these 6 areas. Their counterpart regional committees from Assam. They also consulted with the people living in the villages, the traditional heads, district councils and all other stakeholders. Both the chief ministers of Assam and Meghalaya met the Union Home Minister on 20th January 22 in New Delhi. Further, a memorandum of understanding was signed by both the chief ministers on 29th January 22 in Guwahati, which has been sent to the Ministry of Home Affairs for further examination. We are confident and hopeful the border issue in the 6 areas of difference will be resolved very soon. Planning. The state government, through the planning department, avails financial resources from the Northeastern Council, Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, besides leveraging funds from various agencies under the externally aided projects, which include World Bank, Japan International Cooperation Agency, Asian Development Bank, and New Development Bank. The government of Meghalaya is committed to achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Agenda 2030. The state has seen an improvement in the performance in terms of sustainable development goals are reflected in the SPG India Index released annually by the Niti Aayog. To ensure the SDGs are prioritized, the state government have initiated a process of ranking the districts based on SDG 5 crores and preparing a district level SDG action plan to identify the priority areas of improvement and release of catalytic fund to the deputy commissioners for undertaking measures to improve SDG performance. There are 38 ongoing LCPR projects with total project cost of 802 crores. During the current financial year, the Ministry of Donia has released an amount of 44.44 crores. Some of the key projects being funded by NLCPR include Shillong International Center for Performing Arts and Culture, Intermediate Lane of Ronjiang, Mongsang, Agokre Road, and College of Science and Commerce at Maflang and Mahendraganj. For the SICPAC project, an amount of rupees 131 crore have been released by the ministry. The physical achievement on the project is approximately 98% and is scheduled to be completed by June 2020. The intermediate lane of Rongjeng, Mansang, Adokre Road form 0.32 kilometers and 39.43 kilometers has been sanctioned at a cost of 123 crores. The state government targets to complete this project by December 2022. Under the Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, the Ministry of Donia has sanctioned 10 projects at a total cost of 253 crores. The ministry has released 52.74 crore for the financial year 2021-2022. Additionally, the ministry has also recommended 3 new projects under NESIDS at a total cost of 144 crores. These projects include construction of road from Shillong city to Umroi airport at an estimated cost of 50 crores. Improvement including widening of Asia Medipura Fulbari Tura road at an estimated cost of 66 crores and setting up of a state-of-art diagnostic center at Tura at a total cost of 27 crores. Education. The state is placing huge emphasis on improving the standards of education by focusing on improvement of infrastructure. 200 elementary schools and 8 secondary schools and higher secondary schools will get new infrastructure under the state plan. Upgradation of a further 100 elementary schools and 11 secondary schools have also been approved. The process of setting up 15 Eklavya model residential schools has been taken up. An additional 24 EMRs have been approved by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs during 2020-21. Further, Government of India will also bear all the recurring costs of managing and running these schools at the rate of 1.08 lakh per annum per pupil. In addition, the physical progress of work for the two EMRS projects undertaken by the state are 60% at Pahamsiem, Nongpo, and 35% at Rikwarengre, Samanda. In higher education, the construction of Captain Williamson Sangama Technical University, the first technical university of the state at Tura, is being undertaken by PWD. Overall progress of work is 90%. Under RUSA, the construction works for two new professional colleges, the Shillong Government College of Engineering, Shillong, and College of Architecture and Urban Planning in Tura are progressing well with the physical progress of over 70%. Construction of Model Degree College at Patharakmo has been completed, while for Rongjang it is nearing completion. Upgradation is being undertaken for three existing degree colleges at Nong Talang, Mendipathar, and Maukriyad to model degree colleges. Construction of new academic blocks and hostel facilities for government colleges at Sohra, Williamnagar, and Bagmara are started and are likely to be has started and likely to be completed this year. My government has taken up the responsibility of taking higher education to the doorstep of rural population by setting up 9 people's colleges which will be managed by local communities. Additionally, 3 new polytechnics initiated at Rivoy, West Khasi Hills, and South Garo Hills districts. The construction of Polytechnic at Williamnagar is nearing its completion. Health and family welfare. The state government has introduced the Meghalaya State Health Policy 2021 with the aim of improving the health systems and focus on positive health care with equal attention paid to preventive and curative health care. The year 2021 has witnessed upgradation and improvement of healthcare infrastructure across the state. These include COVID-19 step-down hospital at Umsavli, pediatric intensive care unit at Ganesh Das Hospital, Shillong, emergency and casualty wing at Tirot Singh Memorial Hospital, Mairang, liquid medical oxygen plant at Jenjal and Umsavli. 100-bedded health facilities have been completed in Tura, Shillong, and Cleary Hart. 4 new primary health centers have been set up at Loba, Marmain, Kasiabadi, and Raksam Grey. A state-of-art diagnostic center at Pasteur Institute has been set up. The government has taken significant steps to reduce infant and maternal deaths with continuous efforts to save the lives of mothers and children. To track pregnant mothers for increasing institutional deliveries and reducing maternal and infant death, the state government rolled out the mother program in all districts of the state. Over 141,374 mothers have been tracked so far, and about 28,000 mothers are tracked at any given point of time. This has resulted in reduction in maternal death by 9% and reduction in infant death by 21% in 2021 as compared to 2020. The state government has initiated the Meghalaya Health System Strengthening Project funded by the World Bank with the aim to infuse around $40 million in a span of 5 years to strengthen the overall health system in the state. The objective of the project is to improve management capacity, quality, and utilization of health services in Meghalaya. Till date, works worth 45 crores has been awarded for strengthening the infrastructure of health facilities across the state. Agriculture and farmers' welfare. The government has successfully completed 1 year of implementation of flagship focus program. It stands for farmers collectivization for upscaling the production and marketing systems and aims at collectivization of farmers into producer groups, FPOs and cooperatives. The program addresses the key challenges of production, productivity and value chain enhancement by bringing the farmers together. Under the program, the government is providing a support of rupees 5,000 to each farming household for undertaking agriculture-related activities. Till date, around 5,400 producer groups comprising farmers from almost 72,000 households have been formed. The government will make every effort to reach all the 4.5 lakhs farmers households of the state by end of next financial year. Under PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, an income support of Government of India to all landholding farmers, families, a total of 2,01,446 farmers in the state have been registered as on 1st February 2022 and 1,94,054 farmers have received financial support. Under Mission Lakadong, the target is to reach the production level of 50,000 metric tons of an area of 6,070 hectares in the 5 years period of 2018 to 2023. 15 collective marketing centers comprising of SHGs and cooperative societies have been formed and were provided with financial support of about 28 lakhs each for setting up processing units. Missions for the promotion of mushroom and jackfruit are also being implemented. In the current financial year, the government launched the apiculture mission to benefit 5,000 honey producers and beekeeping farmers of the state. The work on establishment of the Center of Excellence at Davagere, East Garo Hills for citrus and at Jongsha, East Khasi Hill for vegetables and flowers have begun. These institutes will become operational in the next financial year and will provide the technological support for increasing production and productivity. The government has initiated the setting up of farmers' markets at 30 different locations across the state. These will be owned and operated by farmers' collectives and will help maximize the income of our farmers. Water resources. The department aims at providing integrated water resources management through assured irrigation to the farmers and protection of agricultural lands from erosion caused by flood. The irrigation potential of Meghalaya is about 2.18 lakhs hectares. The department has created an irrigation potential of 59,440 hectares till 2020-21. During 2021 to 22, there are 70 ongoing minor irrigation projects covering an area of 11,676 hectares under PMKSY at a total cost of 265.72 crores. The total achievement made during 2021-22 up to December 22 is 802.08 hectares. The department is also implementing the National Hydrology Project for data acquisition, monitoring and decision support system for the water resources in the state. The department has also implemented the flood control and anti-erosion works through state plan for protection of agricultural land from erosion at a total cost of 28.135 crores, benefiting 1,533 families. Soil and water conservation. The department seeks to address issues pertaining to conservation, protection, restoration, and improvement of natural resources which are implemented through a participatory approach. The department is currently implementing 50 projects under NABARD's Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, covering an area of 1388 hectares, for which the expenditure during 21-22 is rupees 15 crores. The department is also implementing 42 ongoing minor surface schemes under the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Har Khet Ko Pani scheme. In collaboration with the Meghalaya Basin Management Agency, the department has been carrying out awareness campaign and capacity building program on natural resource management since January 2020. The sensitive villages and train 3 selected village community facilitators from each village. Till date, 4,592 such facilitators from 1,779 villages have been trained. The department has initiated a project involving construction of 2,500 small multi-purpose reservoirs spread over all 12 districts of Meghalaya with an estimated outlay of 734 crores with support from the Asian Development Bank. The state government has already floated EOI for community engagement and site selection. It is planned that 30% of these SMRs would be ready by June 2023. Fisheries. The implementation of second phase of Meghalaya State Agriculture Mission launched in 2018 is an umbrella program dovetailing of schemes vis-a-vis central sector schemes, centrally sponsored schemes, state plan schemes, etc. to meet the vision of the state in achieving self-sufficiency through various specific mini-missions. It envisages to further address the gaps in the fisheries sector, thereby catapulting fish production from 12,330 metric tons in 2016-17 to 16,123 metric tons in 2020-21. Fish feed production has also significantly increased from 8.82 million in 2016 and 17 to 13.79 millions in 2020 and 21. Till date, 8,240 fish farmers have benefited through Meghalaya State Aquaculture Mission, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary. Livestock production has always been an integral part of rural livelihood in the state. The department has launched Piggery Mission to make the state self-sufficient in pork and create employment opportunities. A total of 195 cooperative societies till date have availed loan amounting to 36.26 crore to set up pig breeding units and flattening units. The department has constructed 5 new pig farms under National Livestock Mission to supply quality piglets to beneficiaries under the Piggery Mission. Aligned to the objectives of Piggery Mission, Milk Mission also aims to transform the rural economy through cooperative societies. A total of 81 dairy cooperative societies till date have availed loan under Milk Mission to take up dairy enterprise, and about 500 dairy cows have been inducted. The department has been promoting development of dairy cooperatives. Two new district milk unions vis-a-vis Ribhoi district Cooperative Milk Union and West Garo Hill District Cooperative Milk Union have been formed to promote dairy sector, forest and environment. We are proud of our forest cover, and the state government is committed for conservation of forest and environment for sustainable development. Working a scheme for 19 more community and private-owned forests covering an area of 1797 hectares has been prepared during 2021-2022 for reclamation through afforestation of abandoned coal mining areas. More than 9 lakh seedlings have been raised under Meghalaya Environment Protection Restoration Fund, and about 2 lakh saplings have been distributed to the public. A pilot project for reclamation of abandoned coal mine areas of Solkilo, East Jaintia Hills districts have been undertaken. For research and rehabilitation of wild animals and to meet the recreational needs of the people and promoting ecotourism, developmental works in Meghalaya State Zoo, Umtreu, Ribhoi district is an estimated cost of 35 crores are in progress. The dossiers for inscription of Garo Hills Conservation Area in the final list of UNESCO's World Heritage Site is being finalized. Community and rural development. The department is committed to make all-out efforts for accelerating the economic and social development of rural areas with a view to increasing the income level and improving quality of life of the rural people through the implementation of various schemes and programs. Under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, 318 lakh person days have been generated during 2021-22, which is 85% of the total approved labor budget of 375 lakh person days. National Rural Livelihood Mission will continue to be implemented with the aim to reduce poverty by enabling the poor households the access gainful and self-employment and skilled wage employment opportunities to improve their livelihood on the sustainable basis through building strong institutions of the poor, particularly organizing women into self-help groups. During 2021-22, 4,055 SHGs and self-help groups and 758 village organizations have been formed. The department will continue to provide Pakka houses to the eligible beneficiaries under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin. The scheme will also be implemented in convergence with other schemes like Manrega. Other flagship programs of the Government of India such as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Urban Mission, the social security schemes of National Social Assistance Program are also being implemented. Under the SRWP program, efforts are made to extend relief and support to the affected people due to COVID-19. An amount of rupees 50 lakhs for rural constituency and 25 lakhs for semi-rural constituency under SRWP 21-22 was released to the Deputy Commissioners to enable the MLAs to extend support to the affected people in their respective constituencies. cooperation. The department has registered 2,293 cooperative societies as on December 2021. During 2021-22, the department has laid emphasis to enable income-generating activity for the people by including and leveraging the values and credit, thrift of marketing for rural development, tapping the potential of livestock farming with special emphasis on development of dairy and piggery farmers cooperative societies. The flagship piggery and milk missions are being implemented in a collaborative mode through participation of the Cooperation and Animal Husbandry and Veterinary departments. Chief Minister's Secretariat. The Chief Minister's Secretariat has taken a number of initiatives under Chief Minister's Special Development Fund and Chief Minister's Special Grant during the financial year 21-22. Under the Chief Minister's Special Grant, a total of 29.24 crore was spent on expenditure relating to COVID-19 for the year 21-22 as on January 22. This includes an assistance of 5 lakh as a one-time ex gratia payment to the next of kin of those who lost their lives due to COVID-19 with effect from April 1st, 21. Further, 4.7 crore was spent under the CMSG for payment of provision kits for those under home quarantine and for community COVID management teams. Textiles. The department is implementing various schemes for welfare of farmers, spinners and weavers. The department has already completed the following projects, namely Muga Growing Centers at Sialkrap, Design Innovation Resources Center for Shock Casting and Design Developments of Airy Fabric. At Meghalaya's first Airy Silk Village at Resi, Nongtlu, Umden Dimon and Rivoy district. A center of excellence is being set up at Shillong Sericulture Farm, funded by Ministry of Textiles, which will help in skill upgradation and capacity building. Under RKVY, the department has received sanctions for the infrastructure development of Muga Farm at Rari in North Garo Hills district and Rongalgiri in West Garo Hill districts. The integrated textile tourism complex at Nokpo is at an advanced stage of completion. Apart from skill upgradation, design diversification and value addition through market development, it will also contribute towards promoting textile-based tourism. Border areas development. The department is implementing the Border Areas Development Program and the Interstate Border Areas Development Program to supplement the schemes implemented by other departments in both international and interstate border villages. Various schemes have been and are being implemented under the above programs. All schemes are implemented in focused manner, reflecting the priorities of the people who are deprived of market access for their products. Further, the schemes of scholarship and stipend for the students who are living in international border villages and pursuing educational study within and outside the state is being implemented. Public works. Good road communication is critical for all-round development of the state. At present, the total length of all categories of roads is 11,442 kilometers. The state government attaches highest priority for providing village connectivity and upgradation of existing road networks in the state. During the year 21-22, 34 road projects under state plan schemes have been sanctioned and for an amount of 85.5 crores. covering a total length of 70.08 kilometers. The construction and widening of critical road projects like National Highway 40 between Shillong and Doki, widening of Tura Dalu Road, and upgradation of Nongstoin Wakali Road are all in good progress. Further, under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, the total number of sanctioned schemes will date in 1174 to connect 728 habitations with a total sanctioned cost of 3,034 crore, covering a length of 4,755.19 kilometers. Till date, 799 road works have been completed, covering a length of 3,546.5 kilometers, connecting 550 habitations. Out of 112 sanctioned long span bridges, 44 have been completed. Under the World Bank funded Meghalaya Integrated Transport Project, there are 13 projects amounting to 574 crores, including construction of 3 major bridges. The works are in good progress and expected to complete within the stipulated time. Proposals for improvement of roads in Shillong city and other towns of the state such as Jowai, Nongstoin and William Nagar are also being taken up. Public health engineering. Under Jal Jeevan Mission, the state has set a target to provide 3,38,903 functional household tap connections for the financial year 21-22, out of which 1,20,815 FHTCs have been provided so far. The total number of rural households in Meghalaya to be provided with FHTCs is 5,89,888, out of which 2,14,449 households, that is 36.35% of the total households in the state have been provided with FHTC. In 1,287 villages of the state, 100% households have been provided with FHTC, making them Har Ghar Jal villages. Transport. Air connectivity is crucial for the overall development of a state. The Shillong airport at Umroi has seen a great increase in passengers, and Shillong is now connected to 8 cities: Kolkata, Guwahati, Dimapur, Dibrugarh, Langpur, Agartala, Imphal and Silchar. More flights are likely to be introduced in coming year, connecting other regions. The department has recently laid the foundation stone for setting up of inspection and certification center for vehicles at Meghalaya Transport Corporation, central workshop premises in Shillong. The purpose of the project is to ensure automated testing of the fitness of vehicles, which at present is being done manually. Power. In the power sector, as part of the northeastern region power system improvement project, construction of new 3311 kV substations at Chivinang, Maupat, Raksangre, Maukre New, Sutanga has been completed. Augmentation of existing 33/11 kV substation at SE Falls substation. Fulbari and 33 kV line extensions from Jongska to Maukria, along with bay extension at Jongska has been completed. Under the Asian Development Bank funding, works are being undertaken that will strengthen and modernize the power distribution network, reduce technical and commercial losses, and improve the power quality of the distribution network. Some of the works in progress include construction of new and capacity expansion of 33 11 kV substations, augmentation and replacement of existing 33 kV and 11 kV lines, and metering infrastructure improvement for both single-phase and three-phase consumers. We are hopeful that Ganol hydroelectric project will be completed and commissioned by the end of this year to coincide with the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the state. Now, urban affairs. The objective of department is aimed towards development of urban infrastructure and improvement in the standard of living with special focus on urban poor. Under the 10% lump sum fund for development of northeastern states, construction of commercial facilities cum parking lot and Akongre Tura has been completed recently. Under Smart City, the work of reconstruction of Laimukra Market, construction of Polo Commercial Complex, rainwater harvesting, Omkara River cleaning, and construction of Tourism and Cultural Center at Police Bazaar are in progress. The procurement process for construction and smart roads and integrated control and command center is complete and work has been awarded. Tourism. Tourism is a very important sector that can significantly contribute to the GSDP of the state and has the potential to become the growth engine. For this, huge investments are being made in this sector and will have a multiplier effect in realizing the potential of this sector and generating employment for all stakeholders, especially the youth. The Meghalaya Ecotourism Infrastructure Development Project, an externally aided project under New Development Bank for a cost of 750 crores, has also been initiated in the state to create iconic infrastructure at some of the key tourist destinations like Sohra, Shillong, Tura, and accommodation units in villages like Kongthong. Kongthong village in East Khasi Hills was one of 3 villages nominated from India for the United Nations World Tourism Organization Best Tourism Village Award, which is a recognition of the rich culture and tourism potential of our state. To showcase the unique culture, arts, craft, and handloom of the state, the tourism department launched the Meghalaya Age Store in the national capital, New Delhi. The Meghalaya locality beautification and enhancement competition was launched to rejuvenate and beautify towns and localities of the state. Catalytic grants have been released to localities through the deputy commissioners to undertake painting works and repairing of publicly visible walls and surfaces and to undertake street arts, which have been done in a spirit of community partnership. Further, with an aim to construct 500 homestays in the coming financial year, the Meghalaya Homestay Scheme is convergence with the Prime Minister Employment Generation Program has also been launched. Arts and culture. The department is responsible for the preservation, conservation, documentation, research, promotion, development, and augmentation of the rich cultural heritage of the state. Works for the Shillong International Center for Performing Arts and Culture will be completed by June 22. The construction of the Tribal Research Institute at Sidegbi Babadam in West Garo Hills district is progressing well. Various programs have been organized and publications brought out in commemoration of 50th anniversary of statehood. Sports and youth affairs. The youth comprises almost 31% of the state population to create an enabling policy for them to realize their potential. The state government approved the Meghalaya Youth Policy in September 21. This policy aims to create opportunities for the youth in becoming skilled, engaged, responsible, creative, and empowered members of the state as well as the country. The policy is built around 9 thrust areas for youth in the age group of 15 to 29 years. A large youth engagement program where about 10,000 youth will be trained in skills and talents is also being launched this year. The JN Sports Complex Polo Ground has been approved by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India as a Khelo India State Center for Excellence. The construction of the PA Sangama Integrated Sports Complex at Tura, West Garo Hills and Wazir Stadium at Wazir West, Jaintia Hills is progressing well. Social welfare. To implement a comprehensive, unified strategy to strengthen nutritional content, the Mission Poshan 2 was launched in February 21. It brings together the integrated child development services, Anganwadi services, supplementary nutrition program, Poshan Abhiyan, scheme for adolescent girls, and national creche system. The integrated child protection scheme is continuing in all the 12 districts. At present, there are 3 observation homes, 2 at Shillong for boys and girls, and 1 observation home for boys at Tura. There are 33 children homes for boys and girls in all districts headquarters in order to protect children in need of care and in conflict with the law. Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs. The primary function of the Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Department is to run the public distribution system effectively and ensure availability of food grains at an affordable price, especially to the vulnerable sections of the society. For implementation of the National Food Security Act 2013, fair price shops automation has been initiated and digitization of eligible beneficiaries under NFSA is being ongoing process. Consumer courts have also been set up and the state and district commissions constituted are in place. The Consumer Protection, Salary Allowance and Conditions of Service of President and members of the State Commission and District Commission Rules 2021 has been notified. A Dockhill program platform has also been implemented for online filling of consumer cases and grievance redressal. The department has also signed a memorandum of understanding with World Food Programme India for technical collaboration, capacity building, food grain management, and improvement of food-based safety net to achieve targets under Sustainable Development Goal, Zero Hunger. An MOU with Common Services Centers has also been signed to enable delivery of CSC services by fair price shop dealers through digital service portal and enable ration card services through CSC while also re-incentivizing the fair price shop dealers. Finance and banking. Under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana till date, 7,71,549 bank accounts have been opened in the state, covering mostly the unbanked households. A total of 5,05,000 for 3-4 individuals have been covered under Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Atal Pension Yojana. Further, till date, 282 crores have been sanctioned under Mudra loan covering 31,659 individuals. The Finance Department, in collaboration with NIC, launched the Pensioners Life Certificate mobile app. Through this app, pensioners no longer need to physically visit Treasury offices and can do the verification from the comfort of their homes using this app. Excise, registration, taxation, and stamps. The department has worked towards augmenting the state's revenue during the difficult times of pandemic. The department has notified the Meghalaya regulation of gaming rules 2021 for the purpose of raising additional revenue to the state exchequer. With the active administration and involvement of taxpayers alike, the tax regimes has been stabilized, compliance has increased manifold, and use of technology has broadened the tax base, which will fuel the drive for maximum generation of revenue. The department has also implemented the Meghalaya court fees e-payment rules 2020 to enable a citizen to make payment of the court fees online, and GRAS challan evidencing payment of the court fee can also be used as a de jure court fee stamps for e-lifting of court cases. The Meghalaya e-stamping rules 2021 were also notified to enable a citizen to make online purchase of non-judicial stamp paper. The department is working on the implementation of the Meghalaya e-court fees rules 2021, which is intended to raise the level of e-payment of court fees to enable the purchaser to generate the e-court fee certificate online. Mining and geology. The department is implementing the project Meghalaya Mineral Truck Scanning and Monitoring System to set up 18 integrated smart check gates for automatic monitoring and checking of mineral-laden trucks, and has introduced high security challan and QR code. Joint auction by the Government of Meghalaya and Coal India Limited on assessed coal under the management of coal depot was undertaken during the financial year. Commerce and Industry. The Department of Commerce and Industry's major objective is to promote the development of micro, small, medium, and large enterprises for generation of employment for the youth of the state. The department is implementing livelihood and gainful employment to the returnees of the state of Meghalaya project by providing one-time financial support to returnees employed outside the state. This has covered 1,056 units of different livelihoods with employment generation for about 3,500 persons. Personnel and administrative reforms. The Meghalaya State Public Service Delivery Commission was set up by the state government in accordance with the Meghalaya Right to Public Services Act 2020 that warrants citizens' right to time-bound delivery of citizen-related services from government offices and procedure governing fixing the liability in cases of default. 81 services across various departments and offices have been notified till date. Revenue and disaster management. The department has conducted survey of government lands in different districts and subdivisions and provided computerized maps to the concerned departments. Further, the department is actively ensuring that the land acquisition for the remaining portions of the Indo-Bangladesh border is completed at the earliest. The department has also carried out the restoration work for the boundary pillars along the Indo-Bangladesh for the field season 21-22. The department continues to carry out various training programs to update the district disaster management plan in accordance with the Sunday framework for disaster risk reduction. The Government of India has decided to treat the COVID-19 pandemic as notified disaster for providing assistance under SDRF. Accordingly, the department has released an amount of rupees 50,000 each. 50,000 each as ex gratia to the next of kin of those who died due to COVID-19 pandemic. Information in public relations. The Meghalaya tableau was adjudged the third best tableau among all the participating states at the prestigious Republic Day Parade 22 in New Delhi. This accolade brought with it a special honor and pride to the people of Meghalaya, which is also a befitting acknowledgement as the state celebrates its 50 years of statehood. Tableau depicted the contribution of women and cooperative societies and self-help groups to the state's economy. It is also depicted the bamboo and cane handicrafts and world-acclaimed Lakadong tribally. The state-level Golden Jubilee celebrations of statehood was organized by the Information Public Relations Department with grandeur at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Shillong on 21st January 22. The celebration was attended by eminent personalities from different walks of life with live streaming to enable all citizens of the state to witness the celebrations. Civil Defense and Home Guards. The role of Home Guards and Civil Defense Department is to act an auxiliary to the police in maintenance of law and order and to assist the civil administration in times of emergency and natural calamities and to impart training in disaster management. During 21-22, 1,650 civil defense volunteers and 182 Home Guards volunteers were imparted training. A total of 2,784 persons comprising members of the NGOs, students, government officials were trained in different aspects of disaster management. Parliamentary Affairs. Honorable members, I am happy to inform that the construction of the new assembly building in Maoding Diang in New Shillong that commenced in June 19 is making good progress. As on date, about 80% of the work has been completed and the new building is likely to be inaugurated this year. Law. Separation of judiciary from executive has been completed in all the districts and 4 subdivisions. For the newly created district of Eastern West Khasi Hills District, my rank, the progress for upgrading the judiciary to full-fledged district court headed by the district and session judge shall be processed in consultation with the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya. Establishment of circuit courts in the remaining subdivisions is under process. 5 district courts and 3 subdivisions are functioning from permanent court buildings and the remaining are functional from temporary court buildings. Creation of infrastructure is under process, which include construction of court buildings and residential quarters for judicial officers. District Council Affairs. The state government endeavors to enable the autonomous district councils to effectively discharge their roles and responsibilities in safeguarding the traditional heritage and customary practices. The district councils, which also undertake various development activities in the areas of their jurisdiction, depend on financial assistance from the center and the state government in the form of grants and aid. During 21-22, amount of 91 crore have been sanctioned by the Government of India based on the recommendation of the 5th Finance Commission. Prisons. The department has been renamed as the Department of Prisons and correctional services to reflect the objectives of the department and to ensure that correctional services are given its due importance. Correctional services aim to reform offenders through various programs in collaboration with NGOs. The department is also implementing the e-prisons to ensure better management of prisons. Legal metrology department enforce the provisions of Legal Metrology Act and rules in order to modernize and strengthen the infrastructure of the department. Government of India has sanctioned funds for the construction of secondary standard laboratory at Tura and working standard laboratory at Ampati, the Rizur Belpura Para, which construction works are in progress. Construction of research and development centers with working standard laboratories also progress at Nongpo. Printing and stationery. The department has initiated the modernization and upgradation of the government press by installing high-speed digital printers, variable data printers and heavy-duty lamination machines during the financial year 21-22. In conformity with the Rights of Persons with a Disability Act 2016, the government Braille Press has successfully printed Braille textbooks as requisitioned by various agencies working for the interest of the visually impaired students and in the state. Information technology and communication. The Shillong Technology Park Phase 1 was inaugurated and dedicated to the people of Meghalaya on 2nd February 22. This will create employment to about 1,500 people directly and indirectly. It will promote entrepreneurship and technological innovation primarily in the ICT, ITES and electronic sectors. The government has onboarded into the National Broadband Mission to improve digital connectivity to extend telecom network coverage to uncovered villages in the state. The current percentage of villages covered by mobile and internet connectivity is 78.5% and population of mobile subscribers is 79.59% and population of internet subscribers is 69.85%. Labor. The government has accorded special focus for the upliftment of our labor force through capacity building and welfare interventions. The department has conducted training program for 14,560 youth of our state with funds allocated in the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana during 1921 with the skilling programs. About 6,576 youth have been gainfully employed in tourism and hospitality, ITTs, retail, automotive, electronic and hardware sectors. The department has plans to introduce livestock related skills for the local youth under PMKVY 3 schemes during 22-23 under PMKVY 3 for the first time in our state. Recognition of prior learning exercise has been undertaken to certify the existing skills of the local farmers in livestock and other traditional skills. This will entitle them to liberal mudra loans and other benefits from time to time. Under the e-Shram portal created by the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India as on 15th February 22, 1,80,000 unauthorized workers from our state has been registered. These workers are entitled to receive free accidental insurance under Prime Minister Suraksha Bima Yojana. In future, all the social security benefits of unauthorized workers will be delivered through this portal for assistance. Housing. Under the Chief Minister's Housing Assistance Scheme, 3 bundles of roofing materials are being provided to economically weaker sections, beneficiaries of improving their existing houses. Further, 75,000 rupees as financial assistance to low-income group families for construction of dwelling houses. During 2021, 10,500 beneficiaries benefited with 3 bundles of aluminium roofing sheets. During this year 21-22, an amount of 50 crore has been earmarked for this program. General administration. The department is working towards augmenting various infrastructure at the district and state level. The construction of composite residential building in North Garo Hill districts at Rezubel Pada is progressing well. Further, the work for construction of Governor's Guest House at Tura is also progressing well and will be completed soon. For the benefit of ex-servicemen, an amount of rupees 4.87 crore has been approved and sanctioned for the government for construction of a scenic rest house in Shillong to accommodate the offices including CSD and ECHS facilities for ex-servicemen, widows and dependents of the state of this state. Election. The state election department is mandated to conduct free and fair election. In furtherance of this mandate, it undertakes a comprehensive set for activities pertaining to conduct of elections, registration of voters, preparation of electoral rolls, voters awareness campaigns under the direct supervision of the Election Commission of India. To enhance and improve enrollment of voters under the tagline, "No voter should be left behind," awareness and outreach programs are undertaken under systematic voter education and enrollment program. To facilitate easy access to service, the EEPIC, a downloadable portable digital epic was launched. In the recently held by-elections in the state, postal ballot arrangements was also made for persons with disabilities, senior citizens above 80 and COVID-19 affected voters to exercise their franchise. Conclusion. Honorable members, now I have come to the conclusion of my speech. I have highlighted various initiatives and interventions, programs and achievements of my government, and I hope that these will be diligently deliberated upon by the honorable members of this august house. Jai Hind, Khublei Mitela.